Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today we're going to talk about Mr. Fantastic. Now, aesthetically, I think this is an awesome looking uniform. I'm freaking loving the Future Foundation uniforms. I think they're cool, and I like it that he doesn't have a beard. That's more of the Mr. Fantastic that I know. And you guys see he's still level 60. I mainly use this guy for Shadowland, and honestly, it looks like that's what I'm going to keep doing unless I get him to tier 3, and I'll explain why. Now right now my Mr. Fantastic has 29,000 physical attack. He has 128 attack speed, 29 crit rate, 137 critical damage, and max ignore defense and max skill cooldown. He also has that leadership which we can take advantage of with White Fox. And all of his gears are at 20 and he has no Urus. And you guys see I do have amplified slots, and that's because I did have Urus on this guy, but I took them off because again, I mainly use him in Shadowland. And I just didn't want to have Urus on a guy that I just use in Shadowland. I mean, I don't really need to build him up for Shadowland, to be honest, guys. Maybe in the future we'll see. All of his skills are at 6. And they changed his third skill here, which is freaking awesome. They gave him super armor and a damage accumulation based on how much damage you take. And it lasts for 7 seconds. This thing is awesome. Plus, they gave a 4-second invincibility and changed the animations on it. Man, that's pretty tight, guys. I have to admit. Helps his survivability, increases his damage. That's pretty awesome. The 5th skill, they just changed a little bit of the animations. We'll take a look at it here. So the 4, 2, and the 1 are all the same. You take a look at the 5 here. And at the very end, he does a few more hits right there, and that's the difference. In the 5 and the 3, now he does this big old punch, which is pretty cool because when you're doing damage accumulation, you want to be able to stand in front of the character that you're taking damage from. So I really like it. You know, it does kind of suck in a way that with the base kit, the 3rd skill, you can move around. But when you have damage accumulation and the fact that they put invincibility on this, that really helps. So, I don't know, guys, you know, plus he has super armor so he can't get guard broken. That's pretty awesome. And the 4 is the same old, same old. And the 2 is the same old, and the 1's the same old. And, you know, generally, guys, you know, when you're doing a rotation with the guy, when you're running with a damage proc, you want to hit the 4 and then cancel into the 5. Now, that's with the original base kit. With the uniform, though, you want to get that 3rd skill off. And it's going to be tricky, guys. You know, with a damage proc, I'd say just start with the 4 or 5 and then go into the 3 and try to take damage. And then when you go back into your 4 or 5, you'll get your damage accumulation on your second round of your second rotation. Now let's get out of here. He has a stage 6 Power of Angry Hawk set. And guys, you know, this is going to be really great for the testing that we're going to do today because we have a CTP of Transcendence, so no damage proc. We don't have to worry about timing a proc or anything. So you guys can actually get a really good idea of the difference in the damage between the uniform and not having the uniform. And then you take a look at the uniform, it's at normal. And I always tell you guys this, when it comes to uniforms, if a uniform can jump a character by about 3 World Boss Ultimate stages, as far as PvE content, that's a good uniform. If it can jump it up 5 stages or more just by equipping it, that is an amazing uniform. And his uniform effect, 35% increase of all attack, this is the big reason why I say at tier 3, this is a must-buy uniform. I mean, if you have, like, you know, my base kit Reed, let's take a look here. Unequip this thing, or equip the base kit. My base kit Reed has 24,000 physical attack. You equip that uniform, and now he has 29,000 physical attack. And that's because of this 15% all attack that he's getting from the uniform options here, or from just the basic stats you get from the uniform, and this 35% increase of all attack. Now, you guys are going to see when it comes to tier 2, it really isn't making that much difference. But the thing you got to remember is at tier 3, he's going to have much higher base physical attack. It's going to be much higher. And a percentage of a higher stat is going to be a lot more stats. You know, if you have 20,000 physical attack and you're giving 30% all attack, that is going to be 6,000 more physical attack. So, I mean, if you have 40,000 physical attack and you're giving a 30% increase to all attack, you're going to have a 12,000 increase to your physical attack, if my math is right. I mean, guys, so at tier 3, the difference is so much larger that it's not even funny. He's going to be way stronger in a tier 3. Oh my god. Like, I'm super motivated to tier 3 this guy, start working on him because of this uniform. It really is awesome, guys. Like, increases survivability, increases damage, but unfortunately at tier 2, I would say do not buy this. And you guys can watch the gameplay and judge for yourself if you want to buy it or not. But let's check him out. So let's go into some world boss action and test him against Thanos, and let's see how he does. Let's rock and roll. So for our little test run, we're going to be using old Ben Grimm for his 40% all attack that he's going to be giving Reed, and White Fox for that 60% extra damage. No strikers, guys. We want all the damage to be coming from Reed. And I hit that 4 to get that all attack buff first, then hit the 5, then 2, 1, and go into the 3. And, you know, the beautiful thing about having a Transcendence or not having a damage proc is I don't have to worry about a set rotation. I just want to make sure I get the 4 off first to get that all attack buff so I can do more damage, and that's really about it, guys. And then just run through the skills. And the only thing that's really variable, I guess, is if Thanos decides to go in iframes more often. That's the thing you got to pay attention to. You know, how often is Thanos going in iframes? But we're just going to run through the first phase because this is stage 10, guys. But, you know, to be fair, my Reed is level 60. He, you know, doesn't have any Urus. He's, you know, got a PvP build, you know, a defensive build. So it's not like he's, you know, decked out or anything as far as damage. But this really is kind of weak, to be honest, guys. Oh, I got frozen. That's kind of cool. But this is kind of weak, to be honest. This is not a very good... It's just not good. Even back in the day when I had a CTP of energy on him and I had him all decked out, he just wasn't that strong. Not at tier 2. Not at tier 2. At tier 3, he's amazing. But at tier 2, nope, nope, nope. Pretty lackluster, guys. We're going to pause it here in a minute. Just get through this first phase. And there you go, guys. 3 minutes and 38 seconds. So we're going to see how fast it takes him to go through the first phase with the uniform. So let's check that out. So now we got the uniform equipped, and if you guys notice, I got Ben Grimm's uniform equipped, and the only extra thing that thing's giving is an extra 15% of HP, which is always nice. I just thought it was fitting to have both Future Foundation uniforms equipped. Now we're going to hit our 3, accumulate damage from old Thanos there, go into our 4 for our attack buff, and then the 5. And yeah. We just try to keep getting that damage accumulation from the 3. Now it only lasts for 7 seconds, so you want to make sure when you do your 4 and your 5 that damage accumulation is up. But other than that, man, that's really all you're doing. You just want to, you know, this is without a damage proc, guys. You know, whenever you're first starting your fight, I would recommend hitting your 4 and then going to your 5 and then do your 3. I'm doing a little bit different. I'm just kind of waiting for Thanos, and then I hit the 3 to try to accumulate damage from him jumping at me or shooting a laser or whatever he's doing. Just like here. Yeah. So we're getting all this damage accumulation. We got the attack stat bumps. And guys, it's not really much difference. It actually kind of surprised me. I mean, I was like, what the hell? Like, I would think it would be better this. I mean, he has almost an extra 6,000 physical attack by equipping this uni. But it just isn't enough. Even with the damage accumulation, there just isn't much difference. I mean, look at the time. There isn't much difference. So he's cleared this only 2 seconds faster than what he did without a uni. So I just don't think this uni is worth buying unless you have him at tier 3, guys. Then the stat bump difference between a tier 2 and tier 3 is going to be insane by having that extra 35% increase of all attack. And then the uniform attack bonuses. So let's just go ahead and finish this fight. Or go as far as we can anyways. Booyah, okay. So we let old Pokey throw his little purple down. Okay, switch. Oh yeah, we'll be talking about old Ben too, by the way, guys. I got some things to say about him. Some good, some bad, I think. But we'll get to him. Oh yeah. But I will say this, guys, man, his survivability is a lot better. I mean, having that 4-second invincibility, it is a lot better. I mean, the thing about Thanos is whenever he throws the blue balls out, you got to worry about the invincibility getting debuffed, and then you can take damage because you can't move the skill around like you could before. So that's something you got to be, conscious of. Oh yeah. Come on, buddy. Let's accumulate a little damage there. Oh, that little wuss had to go in an iframe. It's pretty obvious, guys, that I don't think he's going to finish this fight. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, I know he's got a PvP build, but Stage 10 with max raid level and having White Fox and Grimm as your supports for Mr. Fantastic and him having a 65% all attack leadership. Yeah, it's not very impressive, guys. It's not very impressive. Now, to be fair, I am kind of waiting around a little bit for Thanos to come at me, but I'm getting damage accumulation by doing that. So, I don't know, it's kind of you want the damage accumulation, but at the same time, you want to be doing constant damage. Ooh, watch out, watch out. Watch for the rain, watch for the rain. Come on, buddy. Oh, you little wuss. Freaking scaredy cat. Come on, buddy. But, all in all, guys, I think Mr. Fantastic, he's going to be a decent Shadowland character. And that's really about it. And like I said, if you have him at tier 3, he'll be amazing. But that's, Netmarble, they were pretty slick on what they did. They made it to where you still have to get him to tier 3 for him to be relevant, for him to be good. And it just, I was kind of hoping that, you could equip this uniform and it would be good enough to where you would be happy with the results of tier 2. But, Netmarble are pretty smart because now players like myself maybe will be motivated to tier 3 him because we know that he's going to be way better with this uniform at tier 3. He just will, guys. He's going to be a monster. And I have to admit, oh crap, I have to admit I'm pretty incentivized to to take him to tier 3 now. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah, there's no way in hell we're gonna finish this. No way. Freaking Thanos. Accumulate a little damage there. Oh yeah. Come on, buddy. Boom. We'll read a little slow with that punch on that third skill. He kind of winds up quite a bit. Dude can run pretty good, though. I'll give him that. And you guys know I'm a fan of the speed. Woo, woo, woo. Watch out, watch out. Well, guys, I mean, a little over 5 bars left. Not a very good showing. But at least you guys know the difference in the damage between a uniform and not having a uniform. So, guys, let me know what you think about Reed. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. Who is the king of Wakanda?